Hello, beautiful souls. Let's get into it. I wanted to talk about this topic because I got this question today, and I think a lot of people are battling with themselves regarding what is a spiritual awakening, and no matter how much I explain it, and I guess some people haven't gone through the different posts that I've made about it, but a spiritual awakening is when you tap in within yourself. It's about connecting with your higher self, understanding your light, your power, and knowing that you are a God, okay? And you are in control more or less of, like I was saying, you more or less are connected with your journey. Do not focus on someone else's journey. Everybody's journey is different. What's written for you is written for you, okay? And people, one of the questions that I got, and it was like, how do you know you're going through a spiritual awakening? Most of the time when you're going through a spiritual awakening, it has a lot to do with everything being shaken up around you. Some people, it's their health. Some people, it's where they're at, it's their job, it's their relationship. Whatever the universe, your God, your spirit team needs to shake you up, to get you connected to your path, your journey, that's what's going to happen. And sometimes it doesn't happen until you're really mature enough or ready to understand that path. I can give you an example, right? Let's say you've been with someone for so long and you like, okay, you're doing all the right things and nothing is working. It's like you're always bickering, things are not happening right, things are just off. We need to understand nothing is forever. Everything or any relationship, you're in there for a period of time. Or if it's not that, is that you and that person may need to really understand, why are we together? Let's process why are we so connected to each other, and sometimes, it's not the guy's fault, it's not the girl's fault, it's just that it was written for a certain period of time. The more you let layers of yourself go, the more you unlearn some of the things you were taught, you will start understanding like nothing is. And because we're taught like, oh, it's I have to be with this person for the rest of my life, I have to be at this job for the rest of my life, I have to live in this state because this is where I was raised, this is where I know everyone, even though nothing is working out for me, even though that, what, God has been telling me, I think you should relocate. God is showing you, Boston. God is showing you Florida. God is showing you to move to the islands. You're seeing pictures, you're reading posts, you're seeing things. It's the universe sending you a message. And you know what? Some of us, due to our ego and we just set in our ways, we don't want to make that change because fear plays a big role in it. And sometimes you need to take that leap so you can connect. And then you'll realize, oh my God. And as you go through a spiritual awakening, you start understanding why you had to separate yourself from certain things, from certain people, from certain situations, why you had to move. Because when it's all about you connecting with you, it's all about being at peace and understanding why you're here. You're not just here to be a mom, a wife, a husband, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. You're not just here for that. You understand? So the sooner or you connect with your journey and your purpose, the happier you become. Okay? And people say that, when you're doing what you love, it's not like it's work. So that's what spiritual awakening is. When you on your journey, you're so happy about everything and it shows inside out. And the reason you're so happy is because you're being guided. You have a spirit team. You have your ancestors. You have your spirit gods, which in Haitian Creole they call your lois. You have your entity, your divinity, okay, to guide you. So when you're so tap in, you don't have time to worry about if this is going to work out, if this person is going to be loyal to me, if this is this, if this is that. There's no room for doubt. There's no room for doubt. So when you're going through a spiritual awakening, it really awakened parts of you that you didn't even know. And it pushes you to shed layers of yourself that you've been holding on to because it feels safe. But it's not doing anything for you, but it just feels safe. So a spiritual awakening is so powerful. So as you elevate, right? Because there's different chapters to a spiritual awakening. You don't just wake up and it's like, oh, I'm on a spiritual journey and everything is perfect and I'm great and no. When you are on a spiritual journey, let me tell you something. It brings up layers. It forces you to deal with your ego, whatever ways that hasn't been working for you. It removes you from your crowd. It removes you from where you're comfortable, okay? Because you have to tap in, and by any means necessary you will tap in, and it's a tough journey, but it's so necessary. It's absolutely. And I know a lot of people are going through divorce. A lot of people are being diagnosed with illnesses. A lot of people are being put out of their homes. A lot of people, jobs are either firing them, cutting down on their hours. There's so much going on in this world right now, right? There's so much stress. Our kids, our partners, everything is a lot, right? And a lot of us will sit there and be like, why? Oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And we panic, right? And sometimes due to health, some people run to church, and that's when they're like, it's God, God, God. I'm praying to this man above. God, 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 God. And we don't take the time to be like, let me tap in. Let me tap in. And I know people's like, how could I tap in? How could I tap in? Tapping in is a personal journey. Connecting with your higher self is a personal journey. Understanding who you are, your light, is a personal journey. And only someone that's been going through it, that understands your journey, that can help guide you. Okay? Because everybody's journey is different. And I'm not telling anyone don't go to church, don't do this, don't do that. But if you've been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it hasn't been working, why not take the time and invest in a mentor, invest in a life coach, invest in yourself to see, let me try this and see how far I'm going to get. Let me try this and see how this works for me. That's what I had to do. So tapping in comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of research. It comes with a lot of relearning or unlearning a lot of the things you were taught. It comes with being okay with being by yourself. It comes with processing a lot of information. It's 2025. You can Google a lot of information. You need to find out how to tap in with your higher self. You need to understand who you really are, not who you were told or who your teacher told you, your mom told you. The real person, the real light that you are. Only you can find that out. And the only way to find that out is by tapping in, is by doing the work, is by letting layers of yourself go. So I wanted to just share this with you guys. But thank you. Thank you guys for participating, for asking questions. And again, I will be as open as possible on sharing my spiritual journey with you guys, and it can help you because everybody journey is different. Thank you again.